Coming up on News 13 this morning, highlights from the courtroom as we prepare to enter day 4 of a trial for a woman charged in a 2022 shooting at a Nacho Hippo in North Myrtle Beach.
And then a live look on Capitol Hill as President-elect Trump's cabinet picks are in the hot seat, awaiting the start of critical confirmation hearings.
Plus, winter may have you in its icy grip, but we'll tell you the best ways to stay warm through the cold weather.
Now, your Storm Tracker 13 forecast first, sponsored by George Sink Injury Lawyers.
Good morning. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Gracie Fusco.
I'm Alexis King. We're glad you're with us today, which is Tuesday, January 14th. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning here. And as we have meteorologist Hannah Ronner standing by to tell us not only how cold it's going to be, but you're hearing from some sources that there's snow in our future.
That is
some
true.
Sources saying more than others.
Yeah, so I checked 3 models this morning. Of course, the GFS is the American, the European, and also the Canadian. And 2 out of 3 go rain. So, majority says we're going to be dealing with rain, but this is a system that we are talking about for next Tuesday night. So more than a week in the future. But if you saw a lot of social media with the system that we dealt with on Friday, you're probably already seeing talk and chatter about this upcoming one for Tuesday into Wednesday. Now, though 2 of them say rain, the European right now calls for 10 inches of snow. So let's go ahead and take a step back. That's a week away. I'm not worried about it just yet. We have to deal with regular rain as we get towards the weekend. So we're going to dive into that forecast. Today we have bright sunny weather, very different from yesterday, which was gloomy and overcast. Temperatures are a little bit cooler by comparison. We're currently about 25 to 36 degrees, so a little bit above freezing for the Grand Strand. But today will still be below average in terms of your high temperatures, peaking anywhere from 50 to 52 in the middle of the afternoon and getting very, very cold for tonight.
Thank you, Hannah. First up at 6 o'clock for you this morning, News 13 is your local election headquarters. And new polling that just came out this morning from Emerson College appears to show people are ready for a change in leadership.
This polling comes just 6 days before Inauguration Day. Now, according to the poll, the majority of people who responded say they disapprove of the job President Joe Biden is doing as president.
Well, President Biden's favorability was close to being split, with 40.6% of respondents saying they had a somewhat or very favorable view of him. 51.3% of respondents had a somewhat or very unfavorable view of the president, and just a little over 8% had no opinion.
Now that's compared to 52.1% of respondents who had a very or somewhat favorable view of President-elect Trump, while 42.4% of respondents had a very or somewhat unfavorable opinion of him, and 5.4% had no opinion or were undecided. Now, if you would like to see the full poll, you can head on over to our website at WBTW.com.
Well, South Carolina's next legislative session begins today in Columbia. And that happens with Governor McMaster announcing his state budget recommendations. The governor would like to see $50 million to go to the Department of Transportation for Hurricane Helene repair. He also would like better benefits for students and teachers, with a $50,000 minimum average starting salary for teachers. The governor is saying the most important thing lawmakers can do with the budget is to propel South Carolina to success.
New this morning, the South Carolina State Board of Education is reviewing 4 books that are being challenged. The books that could be banned are The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky, All Boys Aren't Blue by George M. Johnson, Flamer by Mike Corrado, and Push by Sapphire. Now, some of these have won numerous awards and have already been made into movies. The books were first challenged in 2022 by a Beaufort County parent who challenged the books again last year, citing the sexual content in them. Now, the board will make its decision on February 14th. The board has already removed 7 books from every public school library in the state since a new regulation went into effect last year.
Horry County school board leaders are beginning 2025 with a focus on school security. The board would like to create, a safety and security committee.
News 13's Adriana Lawrence was at the meeting and tells us what purpose it would serve and why some have concerns about it.
Horry County Schools has poured millions of dollars into school safety and security, from weapons detection systems, implementing a clear backpack rule, and expanding technology. They hope this new committee will help them take a closer look at how they're using their money and resources.
Ever since the incident at Myrtle Beach Middle, it's been up front and forward.
In March 2024, the Horry County School Board decided to install weapon detection systems in all 56 schools. This decision was made 1 month after police say a Myrtle Beach middle school student brought a gun on campus. Board Chairman David Cox says keeping the public updated on security changes through a committee could help deter someone looking to create an issue. But District 7 board member Janet Graham says that could be a double-edged sword.
In setting up a safety and security committee, that it have the opposite effect, that there's somebody out there looking for a crack and we give it to them.
The school district hired Mike Frederick in 2024 to serve as head of safety and security. Head of the new committee and board member Pam Dawson says it would not replace Frederick and his team, but would rather honor privacy while providing transparency to parents.
So it's not that we're going to be divulging anything, it's just that we're going to make the public aware formally of what we're doing, since they can tune in to our committee meetings now.
Later in the meeting, the board voted to apply for the Child Early Reading and Development Education Program, aimed at helping preschool kids. The state program expanded to all districts in 2023, and as of 2024, the State Education Oversight Committee says Horry County was one of 4 not participating. That's because the county has had its own early literacy program for 4-year-olds since 1985. Currently, almost 1,200 kids are enrolled in it. But the board says enrolling in the state program could save the district anywhere from $900,000 to $2 million.
So this year, like I said, we're still going to benefit all the students as we have done in the past, but it's going to save the district money and the taxpayers' money, which makes everyone happy.
Now, Horry County Schools still has to vote on the proposed safety and security committee. It plans to talk about it again on January 27th. In the newsroom, Adriana Lawrence, News 13.
News 13 on-time traffic, sponsored by Joy Law Firm. Just call Joy.
6:06 on your Tuesday morning, and traffic is running smooth. Still a little bit early. Peak congestion is anywhere from 7:15 to 7:45 in the morning as we're dropping kids off from school, or to school rather, and there's also more school buses on the road. But right now we're in the green on 501 and 544 with no delays. And then we're going to take a look at those drive times, which is 6 minutes from Farrell Parkway to Glens Bay and 8 minutes from Mr. Joe White to 82nd Parkway. Interstate 95 looks good from Florence to Lumberton. We're all in the green, so smooth travel. And then downtown Florence is also not seeing any delays. Clear on West Palmetto Street and Alligator Road. The drive time from 52 Palmetto to I-95 is currently at 6 minutes.
Anna, thank you for that. And firefighters in Los Angeles are bracing for another round in the battle against the blaze. They're doing everything they can to keep stronger winds and flying embers from igniting new wildfires in Southern California. Hurricane-force winds are in the forecast from today through tomorrow. And you might recall those Santa Ana winds that have incredible strength, fueling the fires that began last week. Those fires have killed at least 25 people, and authorities expect that number to rise. About 14,000 crews from California, 9 other states, as well as Mexico and Canada, are on the ground working these fires as we speak. Residents who fled for their lives are now trying to get back to what's left of their homes, many of them reduced to ash. Now, this comes as the Los Angeles County Sheriff says recovery crews are finding human remains every day.
We have people literally looking for the remains of your neighbors.
I looked at our backyard in the fire and I was like, okay, my house is burning down tonight.
Investigators say they are looking into all possibilities of the cause of the fire, and they're not ruling out arson or power transformers. So far, the Palisades and Eaton fires have burned an area larger than the city of San Francisco, destroying more than 12,000 structures.
Back here on the Grand Strand, the prosecution rests its case during day 3 of the Nacho Hippo murder trial. Lafrida Todd is accused of shooting and killing her coworker Quentin Johnson in July of 2022 at the Nacho Hippo restaurant in North Myrtle Beach. A forensic scientist and firearms identification expert at SLED talked about the revolver used in the shooting. A cell phone forensic specialist from the Myrtle Beach Police Department also took the stand. He said texts and calls from Todd's cell phone from the day of the shooting show she didn't text anyone or indicate she was scared at work. A forensic pathologist described Quentin Johnson's wounds.
Will you please indicate on this diagram where Mr. Johnson was shot?
Roughly here, and I say roughly because this is two-dimensional, and there's sides to us that if you were slicing it in half, there's front, there's back, but they're saying kind of on the side, so it's almost almost as much in the front as it is in the back, but roughly here.
The defense will begin presenting its case in just a few hours. Make sure to count on News 13 for updates on air and online.
And winter may be giving you the cold shoulder, but after the break, I'll tell you ways you can stay warm all season long.